Welcome back to Blackstardove. Welcome back to my channel. As always, you know me, I need that HBO special, which simply means help a brother out, trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Go ahead and click that subscribe and that like button. I will appreciate you. This one is, whoo! This one kind of hits close to home. So, during this past weekend, this past Friday, former President of the United States, Barack Obama, President Obama was giving it wasn't really a speech, but he was giving a talking to pretty much all of black men. I'll just let you hear what he had to say. So go ahead, I'm gonna play it and then we're gonna come back and we'll discuss it.
About sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable.
So, as you can see, he said some non-favorable things, and the way that he said it really kind of like, it made a lot of black men mad, because it wasn't what you said, it was how you said it. It was like he was talking to them as if they were his child instead of his equal. And a lot of black men were not feeling that. A lot of black men were feeling disrespected, because it was like, how can you come and tell us what to do? Like, we haven't heard from you in years. Like, we really only hear from him during election time. Other than that, we don't hear from him. And, and then it's like he comes up, try to scold us, and then this time it completely backfired, and it's gone crazy. Like, but I love it because I never seen this much engagement from black men when it comes to politics. I never seen this much before. Whether you're for it or whether you're for against it, I love the fact that we are engaging in it. Let me give you a little brief history of myself. I was 19 years old when I voted in my very first election. I voted for one person and for one person only. In 2008, I voted for Barack Obama, who was the senator at the time, who then became the president. I didn't vote for no one else. All I did was I voted for Obama. Hey, I'm just being honest. I was 19 years old. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to vote for Obama. 2012 came along. Again, I'm getting fresh into politics. I'm learning more and more about politics. So, and then listening to everyone like, oh, you're black, you're supposed to vote Democrat. Vote Democrat, vote Democrat, vote Democrat. Okay. I just started voting Democrat for everything. No matter what, Democrat, 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 Democrat. Didn't really pay attention into the inside of the politics. It wasn't until 2016 where I actually started paying attention, not only to, like, you know, who's going to be the president, but more importantly, your state and your local politics. That's what's most important. And I really started paying attention to these things, and I started wondering, why am I voting for, you know, certain ways or certain systems when I'm benefiting from the other opposite thing? Perfect example. We have a lot of people that moved from California to Texas for a multitude of reasons, right? And there's a saying in Texas saying, don't California our Texas. Like, remember why you came here. Remember the reason for all the things that we have here, everything that you love. There's a reason why we have this. And it's because we do X, Y, and Z. So if you want to continue having this and not go back to what you already had, you need to continue what we're doing and doing X, Y, and Z. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people be like, oh, they're trying to take what they did in California and move it to Texas. And I'm like, if you were running from that to go to Texas, then go to Texas and do the exact same thing, isn't that like the definition of insanity? I mean, like, at least if you go to California, you can go be on the coast, on the Pacific Ocean. Like, I'd rather go sit on the beach and live the California life than go to Texas and live the California life. There's nothing wrong with Texas. I'm just saying, I'd rather go sit on the beach if I'm going to go do that. So, that's just me. And then being here, and I live in Arizona. During the last election, for the first time in like 20 years, Arizona turned blue. And it's been a roller coaster ride ever since. Because, there was a lot of Californians that came from California to Arizona. Because at the time, we were one of the cheapest places to live as far as like major cities that you actually wanted to go to. Like, I love Kansas City, but no one really wants to go to Kansas City. Either one, because Kansas City is like two cities. You have Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri. But no one wants to go to either Kansas City. No one really wants to go to St. Louis, which is in Missouri. Chicago is a maybe. People damn sure don't want to go to Detroit. It's like, and then you just gotta find like other major cities and be like, okay, as far as like a top 10 city, Phoenix was the cheapest at that time. And then they changed that shit real quick. When they came here and started buying up everything, and now everything's like super expensive. I'm like, damn, man, at least in California, I can go sit at the ocean at night. I'm gonna sit out in the desert. Like, but nah, let me get back to the point of President Obama. Because I still believe like he is a former president. So I'm always going to make sure I show any former president their proper respect. But what he did was ill-advised. What he did was, instead of sitting down and saying, hey, what can I help educate you about her policies and procedures that would make you want to vote for this lady, versus, hey, if you're not voting for her and you're voting for him, you're on the wrong side and you're subscribing to somebody who did this, and this. When I can tell you, as someone who has studied politics, and politics is like something I really do, I can name things that both sides have done that have been horrible. But again, no one really cares as long as we're talking about the safety and freedom of Americans, because freedom comes at a price. Whether you like it or not, freedom does come at a price. Perfect example about that, I have a friend. She moved to Dubai. Dubai is beautiful. I know if you've never been there, Dubai is beautiful. They have like a 0% crime rate. But you give up a lot of your freedoms in order to have that 0% crime rate. And when she first moved there, she absolutely loved it. She said, I can leave my phone on the beach and no one would touch it. And I was like, all right, cool. You like it now, but you're gonna find it restrictive in a little bit, being that you're an American. I can tell you. Because why? Because there's been other Americans that have said the same thing. And so she's been there going around like that 4th, 5th month. She started complaining. She was like, I can't do everything that I want to do because if I do, it's a possibility she can get fined or go to jail. I was like, those were those restrictions that we were talking about. You gave up your freedoms for the safety. Like, you can't have both. As much as I would love to say that you can't have absolute, well, we don't have absolute freedom, but you can't have the freedom that Americans have and still want to be as safe as someone who's very controlling in an authoritarian state. That's like an oxymoron. But back onto the main subject of former President Obama. It was ill-advised. It was ill-timed. It was wrong. He seems so out of touch. And I get it. He's been elite for like, what, 30 years now? So he might just be a little out of touch. I just think that wasn't the move. It reeked of desperation. Like, if you go by all the polls and stuff, some polls have Trump ahead. Some of them have him neck and neck. But I've never seen a poll as of yet that just showed VP Harris just winning. I've seen polls with Trump just winning on both sides, but I've never seen one with her just winning. And it seems like, because we're getting really into the final stretch, that it's starting to get a little bit desperate. And I'm just saying this was ill-advised. But I am liking the responses I'm seeing from black men because they're calling out the former president in one way or another. But also remember, he is a former president, so keep it respectful. Take care. I love you. Peace.